from 24 to 36. We've all got issues. Now, I will also say this. All of my friends are attractive. All of my friends are successful. All of my friends have something going on. Almost every single one of them have an issue with men. And you have to start looking at that and thinking, if an age range of that many people, including myself, living really all over the country and being blonde, brunette, short hair, long hair, I mean, tan, super white, super pale. I mean, these women range in every body type and everything. They're all successful, they're all intelligent, they're all good people. But if all of these women, including myself, are having issues, then I have to think, it might not be us. It might be you. It might be men. It might be men. Now, I've often talked about the pussification of America and how men are no longer men. I talk to my mom about this a lot, and she says, well, maybe it's just the guys in Texas. Maybe it's just the guys in Los Angeles. Maybe it's just the guys, it is not just the guys in Los Angeles, Nashville, Dallas, and they're not any better in the Midwest. They, quite frankly, I think they're trash all over this country in the age range of about 20 to, I think, about 55, maybe even 60. A lot of men are trash. A lot of men don't know how to treat women. A lot of men don't know how to really, quite frankly, pull their heads out of the sand and pay attention. So I am going to help you. And these are some of the things that I've experienced. These are some of the things my friends have experienced. I'm just going to lay a few things out. They haven't all happened to me. Some of them have just happened to my friends. A lot of them have happened to me. So the first thing, and I've made notes, by the way. I've made notes. This is how invested I am in this, because I've been thinking about this for about 2 weeks solid now. First question for men. If you like a girl, if you're even somewhat interested in a girl, you need to ask yourself this question. Are you single? No, I don't mean are you kind of single, seeing 5 people, dating somebody, still kind of in a relationship, kind of broken up, kind of on again, off again, kind of married, kind of divorced. Are you actually single? That means single. You have nobody. You have no complications. You have no attachments. You are actually single. That is the first question, believe it or not, that needs to be asked. And ladies, you should be asking it, because in 2020, it's not a given anymore that a guy that's actively pursuing you is actually single. So that's the first thing.
Okay guys, you've heard her, and she said that men are trash. A lot of men are trash. From age of 20 down to 56 are trash. What does that tell you about the age bracket that she chose right there? That's the productive age of men. And if all the men within this age bracket that she listed, that all her friends that are successful are having problems with men, are trash. The men who wield the sword with their bare hands are trash. Then, who are the sane people who are living in this planet? That is a question I have. Now, we're gonna go a little bit over to what she just said and advice, where she says she's gonna help by advising you that when you walk up to a girl, you should ask the girl if she's single. You should ask her, you don't mean if she's all that blah 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 blah, if she's single and not doing single, if she's single and dating, if she's single and married, if she's single and still looking out for other guys. You know, that's the most stupid question I have ever heard in my life. Why am I saying this? For a lot of you ladies who listen to this, I'm not trying to say this to aggravate you or to upset you. I'm saying this because in guys' world, when we ask you if you're single, there is no such term in the dictionary that is single. I think that is another invention, some sort of a very terrible invention by women. Because we all know that when a guy says no, it means no. And when a girl says no, it can mean a lot of 10 years in a different way. So girls doesn't have a specific answer to a very redefined question that you ask, a very straight question A girl doesn't have a straight answer to any question. If you ask any question and he gives you any straight answer, look very carefully. There is a lot of hooks up and there, hooks up here and there, hooks right in there, and bootstraps. So you need to fish those out to be able to really know what she's up against, what she really into. And then she goes to ask her, you should ask her if she's completely single. In my entire life, it's hard for me actually to come across that girl who I ask her and she honestly tell me that she is single. There have never been such, and we guys, we know, and that is why most guys don't actually like to take advice from women. You don't take advice from a fish on how to fish. You take advice from a fisherman on how to fish. So girls, we all guys know that girls are not single. You're either sharing with one guy or you are stealing from another. There is never a time in a history where a girl is completely single. And that is why even when you ask a girl if she's single and she says yes, that is 100% a very big lie. All right? So don't buy those ideas. I don't believe what she just said right now, and I paused this video so I can be able to explain and elaborate more to you guys to understand it better, how it is in the real world and not in a fiction book or in a Disney's, because a lot of those girls are raised by Disney's, so they don't think like normal people. If you're upset by this, then you should learn how to think straight and talk straight. You've heard a saying that girls doesn't mean what they say and don't say what they mean. This is typically an example of it. Now let's proceed with the video, by the way, and hear furthermore of what she have to say from the men are trash.
The second thing that I think is very important that men don't seem to understand. There are very few women out there, and I'm speaking from personal experience as well as from all of my friends and all the women, quite frankly, that I talk to. There is not a woman out there that wants to be your pen pal. She doesn't want to get your texts, your good morning texts, your good night texts, your random through the day texts, if they don't follow up with a plan to actually, here's the kicker, in person, hang out. Now, I know what you're saying. Oh, it's COVID. People can't hang out in person. This has not been a 4-month problem. This has been a 5-year problem that I've experienced with men and my friends have experienced with men. Women do not want a pen pal. We don't want a texting pal. We quite frankly don't care if you text us all day or if you don't text us at all. If you're not going to make a plan to actually see us in person, not interested. And if you do have a woman out there that just wants to be your pen pal, it's probably because she has a boyfriend or a husband or a wife or whatever. We don't want a pen pal. But that also leads me to my second point.
Before her second point, I've got to chip in something here first. When she said that they don't want a pen pal, well, this is quite confusing because when you meet some girls, they're gonna actually start trying to ghost you when they discover that you're not blowing their phone up with loads of text messages. Of course, we guys, we know that when you started blowing their phone with text messages there or DMs, they treat you like a sand beneath their shoes. When you treat a girl like a celebrity, she treats you like a fan. I know you understand what it means to treat someone like a celebrity and being treated like a fan. So you give her all the attention, but she don't take your attention for any damn thing other than to fuel her self-ego and not make any reasonable return about it. So on the second note, I still didn't buy this one completely. All right. When she says that if you don't want to meet them realistically, some girls are like that. That is true, right? But on the other face, there are a lot of girls out there who really don't want to go into a serious relationship with you, but they really actually want to drain your wallet a lot. And that's a lot of girls. I mean, that's most girls you're gonna be seeing around there who are dressing half naked, wearing leggings or yoga pant and any kinds of thing to attract any man. And they're willing to go down in as much as you're willing to put hand deep inside a pocket to show what you got. They can be bought and it can be sold, just like any product. If you're gonna say that I'm objectifying women, you're entitled for your own opinion, but I'm saying nothing but the truth, right? So let's proceed.
This is gonna be backwards for you guys. Make plans. Make a plan. Do not assume that you can text somebody randomly in the middle of the day, what are you doing? Or text them at midnight or 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. or even just within hours of when you actually want to see them and think that they're going to be available. I personally, once I get home and I take my makeup off and I'm watching TV, I'm no longer interested. So if you didn't make a plan earlier in the day, or better yet, a day or 2 or 3 in advance, I'm not interested. I don't want to hang out anymore because that ship has sailed. Make a plan. I want to hang out with you at this time. It doesn't have to even be a date. I want to see you at this time. Are you free at this time? Or when are you free? I will accommodate my schedule to see you. When are you free? I want to see you. I know it's not rocket science, but men of 2020, it seems like it's pretty difficult for you to figure out. And I'm not a feminist, so please don't take this as a feminist rant. I love men. I think men are great. I think men have failed themselves and they failed us. And I'm just...
Wow, that's a huge one. Man has failed us. Man, I think there's a lot of I think there. So which means she's absolutely not even sure of what she's saying. She's thinking while trying to talk. Now let's get to it on the other side of it again. What happens when you thirst a girl completely trying to ask her when will you be available? She's gonna give you thousands of reasons why she don't have your time. So it is a wrong question to ask any girl when will you be available. If you really want to meet her, say tomorrow. You said we are going to K Fries tomorrow by 8 a.m. I'll be coming to pick you up. Simple and short. You are not trying to ask her, you're not giving her the room to say no, yes. But if you put up the question as simple as that, I'm gonna be taking you to K Fries tomorrow for a first date by 8 a.m. Simple. If she is in, she say no, I got a busy day, I don't want to go. Well, first you can accept the first slash backslash that she didn't go out with you on that very day that you fixed the time. Then you gotta reset that time again. You fix it some other time, make the same request. You don't ask her when will you be available. No. Oh, should I come tomorrow? No. Don't say should I. No. You said I'm coming to pick you tomorrow. All right. I'm coming to your school tomorrow. If she's in the school, I'm coming to where you're working tomorrow to take you on a date. If she says don't come the second time, then I think you don't even need to try the third time. You have tried enough. All right. Any after try after the second time, it shows you're desperate. And when you are actually indicating that you're desperate to any girl or any woman, she started losing value for your time and for your personality, and she got to treat you like some sort of a stone. You know, stone is really not so much value except precious stones. And furthermore, you need to understand that women are often not interested in those who are showing interest in them. Women are interested in those who aren't showing any interest in them. So that is why I don't believe in all this that she's saying. In the texting procedures and testing orders, I think a lot of you guys are gonna be seeing me like updated version of Kevin Samuel. That's not bad, cause with the few tricks which I've used a lot of time that worked out for me is what I'm actually giving you guys right now, right? You text her. If you're gonna text her, let's say you meet her the first time that she's inside maybe in a public transport or transit going to somewhere, and you exchange numbers, all right? You exchange numbers. Don't remind her to save your number. Do not do that. Do not say that. And when you go home, she's going to be expecting that you're going to start buzzing her phone with calls. Don't call. All right? Do not call. Now leave it for like 2-3 days. Keep pressure. Whatever feeling you're having right now, keep pressure on it. 2-3 days and see if she's going to call you. If she don't call you, no problem. Then call her. Do not introduce yourself to her. Talk like as if she already have your number and she's already know whom you were. But if you started introducing yourself, you're giving her the room to pretend like she don't save your number and she don't know whom you are. And she's gonna make things more complicated for you, and she's gonna start acting like a total stranger and even start becoming much more stupid. When I mean stupid, she's gonna start trying to feel like she fall too cheap for you, you know, and she's gonna start making up the whole thing again, like uh making you to start up asking her out afresh again. So just start up like you've already known her. If you successfully introduce yourself before getting the number and get even some conversation before sharing the number, do not go back into reintroducing yourself. Continue. Just hello, how are you doing today? I just called to check on you. I'll be coming tomorrow to pick you up so we can hang out. Period. If she asks you, who am I talking to? I can't recognize who I'm talking to. You drop the call. Simple and short. And when you drop the call, do not call her the next day. Don't call her the second day. Leave her up to a week. If she started calling you, pick the call, but do not introduce yourself. If she asks you who you are, you drop the call again. And believe me, this works shit. This works like a magic. When you drop that call, she's gonna come back to her senses. You're gonna weaken her defense line. All right. Now this little trick which I'm teaching you right now is what a man with balls do, not simps. But if you start introducing yourself, you turn yourself to a simp, and she's gonna start planning on how to dump your ass on the friend zone and keep exploiting you, using your resources to fund her own private needs. Let's listen to this semi feminist, semi self acclaimed man lover.
Just trying to help you out because I think there are a lot of really great guys out there who need a little help. And I don't think that there are a lot of women that are stepping up and saying these things and not FaceTime me, I swear to God. Quite frankly, I don't think that there are a lot of women that aren't raging feminists that don't look like Lena Dunham. They're saying these things to you. So I'm going to go ahead and say them because they need to be said. I am really so sick of my friends having to deal with trash men. I am tired of dealing with trash men, so I'm going to help you out. Make plans. So let's go through these lists again because I know y'all love a list. Number 1, are you single? Number 2, make a plan. Nobody wants a pen pal. We want to actually see you. If not, don't text us because it's a waste of our time and we don't want to see it on our phones. Got it?
Okay, I'm still want to go a little bit more on this. Now, let's say you should make a plan. Who among you remember the last time a girl have a plan? Who ever saw a woman's plan? I've never seen one. So technically speaking, on a scale of 1 to 10, if you come across any women, 9 precisely have no plan. They don't think about tomorrow. They only think about now, what you can do now. And that is why a lot of guys actually perceive them like a fish brain set of people. Now, if you're working with plan with girls, you're going to be having a lot of disappointment. Remember what I told you before this very moment. All right? Remember it and always practice it. It works. Facing rejection and risking rejections should be something that you as a guy, as a boy, is gonna get used to, right? Don't be so much emotionally attached. That is why it hurts so much when a girl rejects you or make a mock of you. So don't get so much emotionally attached when you're trying to ask them out. Just ask her casually, like as if you have no feeling for her. If anyone, if everyone in the room, be the 11th guy, if all the guys in the room is telling her that she looks pretty, she's a diva, she's a handsome, she's a gold, she's a diamond. When you look at her, you tell her she look like shit. A lot of people are gonna call that bully, but no, it's not bully. It's frankly speaking your mind. That's the arrogant concept of a bad boy. All right, aka the alpha male. And when you say that, you mean it with all seriousness and walk away. Be the 11th guy who disagrees with everybody. And just that simple gesture, having the guts to tell her to her face that she look like shit, is enough to build a very, very gigantic sexual chemistry or some sort of attention to yourself. Mysteries. Women love mysteries. Women are distracted and attracted by mystical personalities. Men with balls and not babysitters or men who are still on their pampers. So if you step up bold like that, believe me, you're not going to waste your time to start flipping her up and down, raising her legs up and going in and out. That's realistically fact. But if you join the rest of the 10, she's going to treat you like the rest of the 10. I want you to understand that a woman can have 1,000 compliments, but just one disappointment is enough to draw her attention from up to down, from A to Z, to drag her ass from heaven to down. Now, the other thing you have to understand is women are very good at forgetting who does good to them, who makes them feel happy. All right? Don't be among those. Be the opposite guy. Be the guy who don't care if she is so happy or not. If you find out that a lot of people are doing the same thing to her and she's treating them the same, do something different. It might look very stupid and very silly that everyone is gonna say, "Whoa, what the hell is that? Why do you have to do that?" Even if they have to, like, use word to bully you, don't mind, but say it and stand your ground, and you're gonna be shocked that maybe before you step out of that door or walk out of that doorway, she is gonna be desperate to have your number in disguise and call the rest jerks. That's how women works. That's how they are wired. And if you don't understand that psychological trick and code, you can never get along with them. Let's still listen to this fish trying to teach us how to fish.
All right. Next thing. Value. Okay? Value. Take that in. Just repeat it to yourself until it makes sense. Okay. If you want to date a girl that has nothing going on, that
Well, the network just tapped on me right there. Technically speaking, I really don't know where she's trying to go on that very one right there. As much as I can remember, I can't remember the last time I dated a girl that have a lot of things going on for her. And that to me, all right, is a red flag. You don't want to go for a girl that have a lot of things going on for her. She's gonna treat you like a trash. I want you to have it at the back of your mind. I want you guys to always look at yourself like a hacker. What does hacker does? Hacker actually explore vulnerability in every system and finds a loophole to get in through either the front door or the back door. So that is exactly what you're gonna be doing whenever you find any girl that you seem you actually find attractive. You've gotta find that loophole. You've gotta find that vulnerable part of her, because if you can find it, then your chances of getting her will be so reduced. Trust me when I say that. Your chances of getting her is just this little if you can't find the vulnerability on how to exploit her psychologically. If you can exploit her and manipulate her psychologically, you can get her. Remember that word very carefully. Every F boy, every player, every every uh in a nutshell, every alpha male guy knows this trick and they uses it every single time, and they always win every time. And it shocks you. You might not understand how it works, but I'm just giving you the secret right now. So practice it, practice, and you're gonna get better at it. All right. So let's still try to get back on in this moment. Yes. And see what she have to say.
I give you maybe 1 to 2 chances to fix that because I'm a very direct communicator. Women, this is important. I will communicate to you. If your communication isn't great, I will let you know that. I will let you know that more effort is needed. But if you don't heed that warning and I have to warn you twice, I'm done at that point because I don't really care anymore. Now I'm done.
Why would you want to hang out with someone who is like that? That is a terrible person and a very toxic person who is not really interested in having any meaningful or realistic relationship. She's not here to settle down. She's here to play games with you. I don't know where she thinks she's coming from. I don't know whom she thinks she's talking to. All right? But as far as as I'm concerned, I want you guys to understand something here. When I mean that you should look out for girls you're gonna explore their vulnerability, you're also looking for whom is gonna be agreeable. It's not every girl that's gonna agree to go out on a date with you. So you're gonna look out for one that you're gonna be convinced that's actually gonna give you a time. And when you're trying to catch a date with a girl, do not look for a bartender or a waiter or a girl that works in a club. There are often red flags, or a girl who is constantly busy. She's not gonna give you time, and probably she have a lot of people that she have in her cliques, and probably have a lot of guys in her friend zone that she's exploiting and using them to fund whatever she want. All right, and you don't want to be that jerk. So if she's not in, she should be out ASAP. There is no time to waste. So guys, let's listen a little bit more before I close this very chapter here with this men are trash topic.
Now I don't care. And I know my friends who are watching this are thinking and saying the same thing because we have these conversations on an almost daily basis. Once you turn us off, we don't care anymore. So let that be a warning to you. You're probably not going to circle back. They always come back. They always come back. But when you're ready to come back, I probably don't care anymore. So if you want to switch up, stay there.
Now, I want you to take this as the last advice I'm going to be giving you on this very note here. You gotta be a man with value. That is one of the things this great mentor have taught a lot of times. I don't know if most of you guys catch it. You have to be a guy with a value. Women don't mess around with guy of great value that are assets, that are not liabilities. When they look at you and they see the dollar signs and see all the great good stuff that's going in for you, they know that if they decided on the first hand to reject you, that there is a lot of girls who are opening arms and their legs are waiting you to just make a simple step and they're gonna let that door in. Have you ever come across a girl who rejected you and you decided to switch up immediately to another girl and you found out that she's upset that you didn't continue playing her stupid game? That is what it is. So when you shouldn't let any girl make you an option. No, 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 no. You should be a guy with a great value. You should have a value, a very, very realistic value that is very, very obvious to see, and that any girl in her right mind is going to know your market value and going to know your worth. And when I talk about values, you can't talk about value without having money, without having car. That's why you have to work on yourself. It doesn't really have to be so super flashy or super expensive cars. No, just car. All right. But if it is car, it has to be car. And you also need to learn how to wear a very good perfume, because the first thing that introduces you before you talk or you open your mouth to talk to any girl is the fragrance that you wear. So it's very, very important to find the right one that fits. I obviously am not in yours to actually make this very good to recommend one to you, but find the one that smells very great, that before you talk, she's already perceiving it. If it is expensive, well, I don't want you to burn out trying to load up a lot of expensive things because you want to impress her. No. All right? The first impression matters, yes, but do not burn out trying to create the first impression. And above all, knows how to manage. A lot of you guys in the Western world don't know how to manage rejections and handle a girl that really don't want you. You gotta get used to that. I see a lot of you guys on social media, you have zero tolerance for mental stress, emotional stress, and physical stress. That's very funny. I want you guys to grow out of this very sphere. As a man, there is a lot of opportunities out there, and a lot of challenges that you're gonna face in life. So one thing which I learned from women is that the more you learn how to face their rejections, the more you grow balls to deal with real life situation with other men without giving a shit, without having to have so much emotion involved in anything you want to do first. That is gonna chain you, so if you lose, you started crashing. That's one good lesson I learned with them rejecting us. And one thing you have to understand again about women nature is that a lot of them are cowards. All right, they have very low self-esteem. They can't face rejection. When you say no, it really hit them 10 times more hard than it hits you when they say no. So I want you to have it at the back of your mind. Whatever she's doing to play tricks with you, in most cases, there is some other tricks that work, which I'm going to be revealing in some other of my videos. So if you want to know those tricks, just subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and share my content with other guys. That's gonna show me, the success is gonna show me that you really appreciate what I'm doing out here to help you find a date, help you find the right girl, to reconnect you back to the right one who is not gonna really about draining your wallet. Of course, there are a lot of girls out there, but the good ones are just very few. And the knowledge I'm gonna be passing to you is gonna help you to filter among all those trash and get the good ones among them. All right. Even though maybe till the time she's gonna get into bad influence that's gonna make your relationship to crash, at least you're gonna enjoy it for the little time it lasts and have the opportunity to explore other options that are available, because there is something you have to understand. Getting girls is like getting money. The more you get them, the more easier it is for you to get others. All right, it's as easy as that. Okay, I'll catch you guys later. Bye for now. I'm done listening to this, Karen.